Well, now that we know there's a new sport.
Yeah. Well, let's practice.
And we're all here sitting in a circle.
I'm going to lose.
What are we about to do, John?
We're about to masturbate.
It's time for another Freedom Friends Master Debate. If you don't know how these work, fucking go listen to the other ones. No, we're going to get a topic from our handy producer over there. We're going to give it a solid 3 minutes and then get squirreled by something else.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So, Justin, what do you got for us?
All right, boys.
All right, boys.
We got something a little new this week.
Oh.
So I put together a list of 10 whiskeys. I want y'all to give me a rating of 1 through 10. A lot of these I already know, but hey, we've gotten about 500 new subscribers in the last couple weeks. So welcome all you new guys. Thanks for sticking around. And then I want you to tell me a personality trait about the person that drinks this.
Oh.
It's like what your whiskey says about you.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
And
you have a physical list we can look at?
I
don't.
don't.
I probably
have
drink most of these.
I have pictures for you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I went the
I'm gonna
extra
need a
mile
whiskey for this
week.
one.
I might need a refill. This is going to be...
What do we got?
So number one,
Shit, I still have all that Buffalo Trace.
y'all's favorite.
Give me that.
That guy.
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number one sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. So check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet, sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 762 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret. We're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. GrillYourAssOff.com/Freedom Friends Podcast, or use the code Freedom Friends Podcast at checkout.
Yeah, I'm going to kill this. That's a good one. It is.
Just put
Okay, so I haven't had all of these. I have had... I've had obviously
Is
just
this
Jack...
one choice?
Is it the whole family? I got to rate the whole family? Like just Jack Daniels as a whole?
We'll go with the OG, just normal Jack. I pulled up pictures for some of the other ones because they're handy because you guys can talk about that too.
Because some of those aren't horrible. I haven't had all of these. So what's on what he has up for those of you that are just listening?
Yes,
it's like
we're gonna have to tell the listeners.
Gentleman Jack, Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey, the white label one, the Sinatra Selection, the Tennessee Gold, the Bottled and Bond version, and then the Barrel Select. I've only had the Barrel Select, the Bottled and Bond, and the Gentleman Jack. I have never had the Sinatra Select because it is so ridiculously fucking expensive that I refuse to even pay for a pour.
Scott got me a bottle of that years ago. I still have it. You can try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right when he quit drinking, Jack.
It was probably the reason why. I was like, ooh, hi, and Jack. I took a sip. I'm like, oh, this is trash too.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that Gentleman Jack is essentially tastes like Jack Daniels that you've already let the ice melt in.
So Gentleman Jack has been filtered twice.
Okay.
I took the Jack tour.
I've accidentally filtered my coffee twice. You know what that did?
Made you poop faster.
Made it worse.
Yeah. I'm just saying that's
made you poop faster.
Oh.
I'm a 2 out of 10 on Jack Daniels.
That's about what I expect.
I'll give it a 4
Oh, okay.
because I'll take it over anything Canadian.
That's fair.
That's true. I'm probably in that 4, but the only reason I'm at a 4, not like a 2 or a 1, is because I used to drink the shit out of it. I have to have that.
You know what? Just
factor
off of
into
Scott, I'll go 3 to leave space because I forgot about Canada.
Yeah.
So
Canada's bad.
So
Are we going to go down the row on this? Because they're
You
all
don't have to go
No,
down
no,
the road.
no,
This
they're
is
all
just
trash.
overall.
He's saying our ranking is just Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
But you said personality trait.
Yeah, let me hear the personality
So
trait.
I
boys.
think we go down the row with this. So single barrel Jack is the top barrel in the barrel house.
Single
Right.
barrel Jack reminds me of rednecks with paychecks.
Ooh, I don't know if I'd go there.
No, not the event, just the saying,
Okay.
right? They're trying to be bougie, but it's still trash.
Single barrel Jack is an E3 that just got his fucking tax refund.
They did.
There you go. That's
Yeah. They just got a new car with 26% interest.
right.
Yep. That's what single barrel is.
I have a barrel of single barrel Jack, and the single barrel was sold at the PX at Fort Campbell. So it has a little 101st medallion, and it's bottle number 327.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I bought it.
Yep.
That's pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
It's
That's
not.
cool.
It's not opened
Yeah.
because there's no reason.
Yeah, but you
Well-
didn't buy it to drink it. You
No.
bought it because
Yeah,
it was.
because of that.
Scott,
Yeah.
Scott, will you ever drink it?
No.
Yep.
yeah.
And single barrel Jack's not super expensive. It's probably
$50.
maybe a little more. I don't know.
The Sinatra is fucking expensive.
It is. The
That's-
Sinatra's like,
It's $150 or $160 a
Yeah.
bottle now.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
it's really not that good.
I've never had the.
Bottled and Bond?
I've had that one.
Yeah, you
once. Yeah.
Because we won a bottle of that at a raffle,
Okay.
and it was still trash.
Yeah. I've never
The
had.
number 27.
I've never had
gold.
the gold, and I've never had the white label.
They're so
I thought it was the honey one at first, and I was ready. I
Oh,
had shit.
Jack Honey.
It's actually my favorite
out of all the Jacks.
out of all the Jacks. It's either the
Yeah, but I
honey
think
or
that's like
fire.
saying you prefer to get kicked in the left nut, but the right than the right one. Right? Like it's just like a
Yeah, that's exactly what he just said.
Oh, So at the golf tournament, I had a shot of Fireball because the
Yep.
ladies were handing it out, and I didn't know what it was because it was in a glass, right? And I was wishing it was Jack Fire or honey at that point. So
yeah.
over Fireball.
I did a fireball shot at the golf tournament too.
Yeah.
I regretted every minute
It
of
was
it.
so bad. I'm like, I can't do this. This is against my religion.
It was really bad. I got peer pressured.
So yeah, I'm gonna say Jack is for Coke. If you're gonna mix it, it's a decent mixer. I'll give it that. Or yeah, like John, I think you nailed it though. The redneck with paycheck, like
Yeah,
they
like
just don't know any better.
Not
Like,
the event, just that saying.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like this is
Yeah, but you're talking about nice Jack. I think just Jack Daniels in person. In just Jack Daniels, just black label Jack Daniels.
you know what else it's for?
Who's that person?
It's for Central America who thinks that that's all the whiskey Americans drink is Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
Somehow Jack Daniels has the contract for all Central American countries.
Like I can't see a bottle of Jack Daniels and not see somebody that still owns that M&M's NASCAR racing jacket.
Yeah.
like when I think of Jack Daniels, I think of like frosted tips.
Yeah.
An
Jack
affliction
Daniels
shirt.
drinkers. I feel
Yeah.
like Jack Daniels drinkers are going to tell me how many Marlboro points that they didn't get to spend before they shut it down.
That's fair.
Okay, what do we got next?
I had a quick question for you, John.
Yeah.
When you were thinking about all the Marlboro ones.
I know, I'm like, fuck. I could have got that jacket.
when you were a bartender,
Yeah.
did you have more orders for Jack and Coke or just Jack?
So
Because I feel like I always hear Jack and Coke. I
Yeah, I
never
don't-
hear just like Jack
Jack on the
neat.
rocks.
Jack,
The-
I don't think that happens a lot. I don't think so.
That's
so
what I'm thinking.
the on the rocks thing, and I mean it's hard to judge because I don't bartend anymore. But when I did, it was very, very, very rare. It was somebody came in and was like, "Hey, I need blah 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 on the rocks."
Really?
Very rare.
Huh.
I have a question.
It was either beer and shots or mixed drinks. Lately, now with the new whiskey boom,
Yeah.
now everyone's doing something. on the
When you were
rocks.
bartending,
Yeah.
did you serve? Were there as many? Because I wasn't into high end whiskeys then. Like that time frame was like 2007, 8, 9,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no, it was 2005 to 2013, 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So during that period, I wasn't a whiskey drinker
Mhm.
yet.
So then at that period,
Was the selection that we have now, was it like,
no, you if you wanted anything that like now when you walk into a most bars you walk into, you have like 10 or 15 different good whiskeys that you can choose from. On average.
Yeah.
Some are, we
Yeah.
got 5 or 6, some you got 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a selection now.
right?
When I bartended, that selection of high-end stuff was vodka tequila,
Okay.
right?
Now you were also in Arizona, so that
Yeah.
may have.
And Boston.
No, but that was the whole.
And
yeah,
Boston.
okay.
That was all the luxury vodka stuff back then.
But that was it.
When-
That's what people were drinking.
Grey Goose. And
That's
all
when all
that
the
shit that was
flavored
running
vodka
around.
exploded.
Yeah.
That's when Sammy Hagar and Cabo blew the fuck up. That's when
Grey Goose was
that
the
was
thing.
that was when
yeah.
Patron Silver was actually a rated ranked tequila.
That's when it was-
before Paul Mitchell bought it.
Yeah, that's when it was actually decent yet.
Yes.
Yeah. And, that's when we also still had like Zimas and
No.
no,
No,
that
that
was
was
high-
Zima's
that was-
before.
That was
that was before that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Like if you want to know what a bar, your average whiskey selection looked like in a bar in like that era, go to Olive Garden and go sit at the bar
Mhm.
and look at what's on the back wall. That's essentially
Yeah.
what it looked like.
Like-
Okay.
like there'd be a bottle of Redbreast in every bar I worked at that never got touched.
nobody knew what it was.
Same thing. There's a bottle of Galliano with giant, tall, fucking yellow bottle
Yeah.
that was always half full. Every bar I worked at never got touched. I mean, there were bars I worked at
What
for
was
years.
was
and it never
Jameson
got
was
touched.
when did Jameson become popular? Like for me, I know when it became popular, but I don't know if it was popular before that and I just discovered
So
It
I
was-
feel like Jameson
was-
has always been around,
It's always been a thing,
but
It just
Jameson
depends
you
on
would
the
find at
circles.
local bars
or Irish bar.
Irish bars.
or Irish bars or local bars,
Yeah.
like what in San Antonio I refer to as dirt floor bars.
Yeah.
But you go to these smaller ones,
Yeah.
and it's like when they would pick their standards, instead of putting like Jim Beam on the bar, they'll have Jack, but then they'll put Jameson, and
So
they'll like
We'd always at bars we'd always get really good deals on
Right.
Jameson, and so that was like the bartender's go-to shop because it would get you fucked up. It
and
didn't
it was
taste
like
horrible,
$1.
and we're not the bar isn't out a shitload of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, it wasn't really like how it is today. Like things they shift so much. Like so when I was bartending, the shift that was happening when I was working was the shift towards craft cocktails and using non-traditional things in drinks, like creating different purees, using different types of whatever, salt, sugar, tahini, whatever it is on a rim.
Yeah.
Playing around with mixing different shit together and infuse stuff, like which led into what we have today, which is
Right.
but when you look at the big picture of alcohol over the years, all we did was go full circle. We just got more creative than they were back then.
Yeah.
Like all the craft cocktails that are out now, these cocktails have been around for 100 fucking years.
Well, like you had cinnamon flavored drinks back then.
You did.
But now everybody makes a cinnamon flavored, or everybody makes a honey flavored, or everybody, like
it's the seltzer model,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. So when a company like Fireball comes along and gets really big,
right.
then the response for
Everybody else will be like, well, fuck, I'm going to capitalize.
yeah,
on
the
it, too.
response for Jack Daniels to get that piece of sale back
Yeah.
because they stopped buying shots of Jack and started buying shots of Fireball
Yep.
was, oh well, we'll release a cinnamon Jack Daniel.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Anyways,
All right, what's the next one?
Ready for the next one?
James.
Yeah.
All right. So
I had to make y'all judge yourselves.
yeah.
A little self-reflection.
I mean, Jameson is my go-to. Like it's if I don't
even in
wanna-
a high-end bar, I will order Jameson half
yeah,
the time.
like when I go to a high-end bar, my first 2 or 3 drinks are high-end good booze.
and then I just go to Jameson.
After that, it's Jameson because like I'm drinking economical then because it's already past the point of like I give a fuck. So
Fair.
yeah.
What's your 1 through 10?
Of Jameson's?
Yeah, on
no, like just Jameson as a whole. Where do you rank it on a
Yeah.
scale of 1 to
a
10?
scale of 1 to 10.
So regular Jameson, I'll put it in a 5.5,
Okay.
maybe a 6.
I'd probably go 6,
Yeah.
6.5. Like it's not amazing, but I know what I'm getting every fucking time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's consistent, smooth.
See now, like let's do the Jamesons and rank them. So you have the triple, you have the triple, you have because there's 2 now, and then you have regular Jameson, you have Castmates. Oh, there's 2 different Castmates.
Yeah, there's
oh,
the
the
IPA,
IPA.
stout
IPA.
edition.
Yeah, the
There's Black Barrel.
Yeah.
You
There's
have
18. There's 18 Bow Street. There's 18.
Well, then you get into all the fucking
Yeah.
the white label ones that are all the different.
Yep.
The distiller's dog
Yeah.
and that shit. You know,
That's-
which is good.
Yeah, they're all decent.
I think there's 3 different 18s.
Yeah.
See, I don't care for the IPA. I'll put
No.
that one at a 4.
I don't care for
3.5,
the
4.
IPA or the stout.
I don't
care
like
for
either
it.
one of the Caskmates, and I can't stand the orange.
Well, the orange isn't even
doesn't
whiskey.
count.
Yeah, I don't think you
No,
can't even.
that's a
count it.
cordial in my book.
Yeah, it's definitely a mixer.
Black Barrel, it's okay. I personally prefer regular JMO over the Black Barrel,
Me too.
but I'll take triple over any of them,
Yeah,
even 18.
yeah,
I'll take
Uh,
any triple over just about any of them.
yeah. Both the triples are good.
But so not because
I do like the 18. I'll put the
well now the way it plays out in my brain is cost versus
Yes.
everything,
Yeah.
right?
That's the thing, is that triple's like $35,
The,
18 to 160.
the difference in
Like,
the difference in the quality between the triple and the 18
doesn't
doesn't
make up for $130.
does not.
Now,
Does not.
now there also is that bottle of Jameson Gold, which is, to me, that's one of my favorites. You can't get it anymore.
Which you were very generous and shared.
Yeah.
And it was phenomenal.
Yeah, but you
But
can't
it
buy
doesn't
it
count because
Right.
it doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
It, like,
now. If you want a bottle, they're $300-400 because
they stopped
don't make
production.
Yeah, so
I'm with you guys. I think Jameson as a family, I'm a 6.
yeah,
Yeah.
Triple, I'm probably more 7.5.
yeah.
yeah.
I'm with
8?
you there. Yeah. Yep.
18 is damn good.
I'm not saying it's not.
I am very lucky that I have a bottle of 18 on my bar right now that I didn't pay for.
When
A
I
free bottle of Jameson 18 is one of the best things you will ever
I
have.
have one in my house right now.
Yeah.
And it's delicious.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It really is.
I got one on the shelf too, back there, so.
But like, if I have to spend more than $100 on a bottle, it's probably not going to be something that is going to be ranked, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do this a lot. Like, it's not going to be like, oh, my go-to every week is this $200 bottle of blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I have high-end bottles at my house. I don't drink them every day.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I
like,
think that's a good way to rank it, right? Is like you can't put it in there as, oh, it's a this out of this, unless you were ranking high ends against high ends.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a
Like-
bottle of Midsummer's Night's Dram that's not opened. I bought it because it's crazy allocated.
Right.
The place I shop had it.
Yeah.
So I picked it up. Sure, we could rank like that against like Jameson 18 versus Blanton's Gold versus like Eagle Rare 17. Like, we can get into all those, but giving it a daily drinker ranking is
I'm going to put
Almost
I'm going to
impossible.
put triple at an 8
Okay.
because I'll go out of my way for it.
You have to.
You have to, right?
Well, you don't have to, but it's not easily accessible.
Yeah, and I really do enjoy it.
Yeah.
well,
Like-
even the domestic triple.
Like
If I run out at the house, I will consciously stop
yeah,
Yeah.
and pick another bottle up. till
like
I
if
have
you
it around.
if you have triple like the
Duty free.
duty free one,
Yep.
and you have Eagle Rare in front of me, I'll probably pick the triple.
well,
I
I also know
yeah.
that you can go get more.
Yes.
So-
man, I love Eagle Rare. Like so.
See, I'm mine is supply and demand.
Well, that plays a factor, I think.
Like, if I have a bottle or two triple at the house and I have a choice between triple and Eagle Rare, I'm probably going to go Eagle Rare.
Because you know you've got the triple.
But if I have a bottle of Eagle Rare at my house and I have triple at my house, then it's a coin toss.
For
you know?
me, if I have both, it's I'll probably drink the Eagle Rare.
just because you're not saving it, but you're like,
Yeah.
I'll drink that one later.
Yeah, yeah. You know, like it just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put the triple at an 8 for me.
yeah, I'm with
Mhm.
you. I'm 7.5, 8 on it.
Is that the?
Okay, now
Is that duty free triple
Yeah.
or that's duty free
Yeah.
for all y'all for the
Yeah,
8?
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna give 7.5 or 8 to either one of the triples. I think it is. I
Without comparing them, like if you didn't have them to go back,
if
to
you
back,
didn't have access to the duty free
Yeah.
semi regularly, and you were a Jameson drinker, and then the domestic triple came out, and you went and drank it,
Yeah.
you're gonna give it an 8.
yeah,
It is that much better than regular
Yep.
Jameson.
yep, I agree.
And for what? It's like a $6 price difference
Yeah.
between regular Jameson
Yeah,
and the
it's so
triple.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth it.
All you're doing is paying for the new labels.
Now,
That's a $6 difference.
now, we're supposed to say what kind of person drinks Jameson.
Well,
Well, it's,
I believe
I think
classy, family-loving, responsible gentleman that understands you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good time
okay.
and value relationships over other things.
right after that, I'm gonna say lying pieces of shit.
I was going with the classy douchebag, but okay.
No, I'll say Brovet for sure on the Jameson, just because it has that stereotype, right? It's there for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
you don't
I said
run into a
earlier-
lot of.
Like I said earlier, it used to be the bartender shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it wasn't something that was
Which,
crazy popular.
Let's face it, Brovet and bartender are
It's
kind of the same person.
tomato.
Well, sometimes they were
Yeah.
exactly
Or
the same person.
or it's
we have two of them that
or
are
it's just
usually here.
it's the same damn hat.
Yeah, pretty much.
So.
Yep.
All right, what do we got
All
next?
ready for number 3?
Oh.
Oh fuck, I forgot about this. 2.
Yeah, no. Oh.
Two,
The
I'm
only
putting it with
reason
the
it gets
Canadians.
the only reason it gets a 2 is because Blue Label's in there.
You know,
Yeah, if Blue Label wasn't in there, it'd be a 1.
Yeah.
This is
No,
the
this-
Johnny Walker family for you.
Oh, yeah.
listeners.
this is my personal ratings, right?
Yep.
I'm at
This is
that
your personal.
I'm at that 2 to 3 rating on all Johnny Walker.
I'm a solid 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not a
Yeah,
fan
because
of-
Blue Label's in there.
Not yeah.
But
But
I-
if Blue Label wasn't there, it'd be a solid 1.
okay. So
I
what,
would pick anything besides that to drink.
what do you give Blue Label?
A 2.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Everything else
I'm
is a
going.
1.
I'm going. Highest common denominator I can give this family of whiskeys is a 2.
Yeah.
and that's because of Blue Label.
All right.
That's it. It
Now I've never had the platinum. I've never had the gold label reserve. I've had the double black.
We've
I've
had
the
red, black,
I've had the
double
red.
black.
Yeah.
I've actually had all of them except for the platinum.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If like let's say we were on the golf course yesterday and it was 100% sponsored, and they pulled out and they were like, "We have all the Johnny Walkers and they're free, or you can have a Michelob Ultra."
I'll
Oh,
take that
yeah.
ultra.
I'm
Yeah.
taking the Michelob.
Yeah, I'm with you. And one, because I'm not a Scotch fan.
So
Like, I don't want to disparage people who are Scotch drinkers.
Scotch drinkers don't drink that.
Yeah, Scotch drinkers don't drink Johnny Walker.
Well, who drinks Johnny Walker then? Let's
People that
stereotype.
think they're Scotch drinkers.
You know who drinks Scotch? People that drink Johnny Walker, they're on average between 50 and 70 years old,
Okay.
or 21 to 26 years old.
Oh,
Right? The 21 to 26-year-olds learn to drink it because their fathers did,
yep. They
or
don't
their
know.
grandfathers.
They don't know any
They
better
don't
yet.
Know any better?
Okay.
And the other guys also don't know any better.
Because when they started drinking
That
Scotch,
was all the fucking,
it was
that all
this and old granddads,
They
whatever. like, it was-
capitalized on a market, and they are still selling to those same people.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, so it has a name. It has a lore, right? Like
Yeah.
Johnny Walker, right?
Well, and they
when I-
marketed Blue Label correctly.
It's like when I hear Cuban cigar, right? I kind of cringe. I'm like, oh, you don't really know what you're talking about. It's kind of the same thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah. If you think Johnny Walker is good for being a Scotch, then you're not a Scotch drinker.
Yeah, I think that because I know a lot of Scotch drinkers.
I know a lot of
And I
people
don't
that
know
think they're
anybody-
cigar smokers
right,
that think Cuban cigars are the best cigars in the world.
right.
They're, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not true.
Yeah, but we've had that discussion about Cubans where I literally think that people think Cubans are as good as they are because you can't get them.
That's it.
And then when you tell them that like every real master left
Yeah.
and they're all making cigars in Nicaragua and the
Like-
DR and stuff, like I've met a bunch of the Cuban masters.
Yeah.
None of them are in Cuba anymore.
Like my Johnny Walker story, right? Is like, okay, this has a thing where people like it. So I'm at a Sandals where all the booze is free. They had all the Johnny Walkers. So I'm like, okay, I'll try that one. I'll try that one. I'll try that one. I didn't finish any of them.
but you
because it-
scratch the itch. Now you know.
Yeah, now I know. I got it out of my system. I know that it's just
Yeah.
a lure.
That's like I had never done a shot of Malort. So I did a shot of Malort.
No.
And I don't need to do a shot of Malort anymore.
No, you're
like
good.
I've
You're
I've
good.
satisfied it for life. That's
Yeah.
it. It's a-
I watched a redneck on TikTok today do a shot of Malort. He never had one, and yeah, I was seeing his reaction. I'm good.
That was the same thing. That was a small town, popular, and then it was a fad, and it blew up for about 3 months, and people thought it was cool until they were like, "Why are we doing this? This is horrible." When then it died, and
Yeah.
now you just have the residuals of it.
what's funny is like videos like that.
now,
like,
now it's a novelty because it's so bad.
that redneck
Yeah,
drink it
pretty
and stuff. Or well, it's this Chicago thing or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you have like that redneck that tries it, or anybody that tries it the first time, if you watch their face when they take that shot, it's the first look isn't even disgust. It's just confusion.
It is.
Because
They're
they
like,
just go
"What
like, why does anybody drink this? Like this, like there's just so much to process.
Right.
Okay,
But
Justin, what's next?
All right, next one.
Okay.
oh,
Okay.
Fucking Basil
Okay.
Hayden.
okay. First rank, Basil Hayden just as a whole. Where are you putting it?
I'll go 7.5.
Yeah, I'm going to 7. What did I give? What did I give Jameson?
5.5 regular, 8 for the triple
Yeah, I'm
triple.
going 7 with Basil Hayden.
Glad
and,
you remember.
and not and not all of them are even.
no, they're not.
That's why I said just Basil Hayden as a family.
yeah.
Where are we at?
7.
So they're missing my favorite one in here.
So I'm at a 7 as well, except for something like toast.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
So I like the toast.
Oh no, I'm higher on toast.
The subtle smoke. That's just kidding. That's the one that I'm.
yeah, the
I
subtle
don't
smoke
I
is
was
not,
gonna say you like toast.
Yeah.
subtle smoke is
No.
not good. I've never had the red wine cast finish,
Oh, it's delicious.
and
Too sweet for me.
and I like the rye, I like
Yep.
the regular, I like the toast. I really like the Caribbean cast.
Yep.
and that's not on here. The Caribbean cask one is my
That's
favorite.
probably, in my opinion, that's probably one of the best ones that Basil has.
So I like the regular Basil Hayden and the toast the most out of all of them.
Okay.
The dark rye probably makes one of the best old fashions you will ever have.
That's a good rye.
That rye it's just sweet enough,
Right.
but it's still got the dryness and stuff to offset the rest of it.
We
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
bottle of subtle smoke right here, and it's not gone.
I've never had it.
Try it.
I mean, just, it's not bad.
I'll smell it.
It's just not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
But the reason that it's sitting here and it's not gone is because it's not. It's
Yeah. So the bottles that are on the
Try it.
bar on the table here are stuff that we drink. Like all this will be gone through within the next probably month or two,
Mhm.
right? Behind Scott and in between Scott and Jazz, if you see on the camera, there's a rack, 3 shelves filled with bottles. That stuff rarely gets drank.
now
Some of the stuff's really good,
There's a broken fence down there.
Some of them are duplicates.
but some of them's really good. Like there's that brown kind of cloth wrapped one on the right. That's a really good tequila. Allison
No,
Brown.
that's a rum.
Or rum, excuse
And
me.
it is-
that Allison Brown.
It is fantastic.
These two.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, the Ranger Creek stuff
the
is
Ranger
all really
Creek
good.
stuff.
But we can't sit here and drink absinthe all day.
We got a bunch of Flor de Cani there because we have a bottle here.
Yep.
And
Yeah, some of those are backup.
But then also like there's 2 half gallons handles of Tito's over there.
right.
I've never drank it.
There's Maker's Mark, and it's over
Yeah.
there for a
There's
reason.
there's a few Maker's Marks.
There's a big bottle of Johnny Walker, and I think Jack Mandeville drank that.
I think I could literally write my name in the dust that's on that.
Actually, there's a bottle of Jack Daniel's Bottle and Bond on the second shelf, right corner.
What do you got, Jess?
Garrison Brothers small batch.
Garrett?
That's good. But yeah, we got a bunch of stuff that's over there. The majority of it we've tried, and it's just not something that we're.
That might be the bottle of Jack you won that you were
Yeah,
talking
that
about.
Bottle and Bond.
Right.
Yeah.
So we've tried it. and-
Oh yeah, there's this much I'm missing out of it. Yeah. No, Basil's. Yeah, like I'm going 7.5 for the whole line.
Yeah. Basil. So I'll order it over regular Jameson sometimes, just depending on my mood.
If
Mix it up a
if
little
I
bit.
walk into a bar and I see this before anything else, I'll typically order this.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm with you.
What's a personality trait of someone who drinks Basil?
A seasoned veteran, somebody who's been out of the military a while and knows there's something better than Jameson.
Yeah, I feel like Basil Hayden is that guy or girl that started going down the rabbit hole, didn't go crazy deep, but it was like, you know what, this is a good go-to.
See, and now that I'm actually reading it, it's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. I thought
No, it's a bourbon.
Basil Hayden was Irish because it has an Irish whiskey taste.
Interesting. Jazz, you got a personality trait for Basil Hayden drinkers?
Big Jim. No, and I say that with all the love in the world. Basil Hayden is the kind of, it's somebody that is educated enough on bourbon to know what they like and know what they don't like. They're willing to spend decent money on a bottle, but they're not going to fucking break the bank on it.
Yeah. Also,
Has a decent blue collar background, but did well by themselves and just likes a good fucking drink.
right.
But will still, like the rest of us, put fuck after every other word. And like, that's a Basil Hayden drinker to me. Like, if I go to a bar and somebody goes just like, Basil Hayden, fuck it up with the ice, and I'm going to be like, I will have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You like,
We're gonna get along.
yeah, you're going to get along just fine. You're not uppity. You're not going to sit there and tell me about your fucking bourbon. Like,
Right.
you're just going to drink it and enjoy it, and we're going to smoke a cigar and be fine.
Have you guys ever done that in a bar?
What's that?
Like ordered a drink and then struck up a conversation with somebody not that you previously know.
Oh, just because of the drink?
No, and then boast about what you're drinking.
No,
No.
never do I do that.
You know, like I don't understand that.
Now I've ordered something and somebody I'm sitting next to
I've
is
had
like,
people
oh,
make-
I love that.
I've had
and
people
then we have a
that's-
conversation.
Yeah, that's
about it.
different.
Or
Yeah.
I've gone to places, like I have gone to like CI, who have a phenomenal bourbon selection.
Yeah, that'd be
They really
good
do,
stuff.
Or a place like that has a good bourbon selection, and I'll be with a friend I haven't seen in a while, or maybe I'm celebrating something. Or I'll have friends that'll go and they start drinking enough, and they're like, "Is that what I think it is on the bar?" And I'm like, and they're like, "Go order 2 of those."
Yeah,
It's all good.
but what,
And I'll order something that's pretty high end, and you have the guy at the bar that's like, ooh, Moneybags over here placing the da-da-da.
That's
First
what
off,
I mean.
you have absolutely no idea why I'm fucking ordering
Yeah.
this. I could have just gotten promoted.
Yep.
I could have found out that I got the job.
Yep.
I could have just had my baby and was seeing my brother for the first time. Like, there's any number of reasons that I could decided that this one-off drink was why I was ordering it. But no, I have never like ordered something and then looked at somebody and gone like,
Have you ever sat next to somebody and they ordered something and then you questioned them?
yeah,
Oh,
Jack
all the
Daniels
time.
drinkers.
I've done that.
All the time.
Like, fuck, what was the last one? It was Jim Beam. I'm like,
Why?
yeah, that's kind of what I said. I'm like, why are you drinking Jim Beam? Just curious, you know? And I just want to, not that I'm,
Yeah.
I
I
am
feel like
I am
anybody that
judging.
does that is going to look
But
at
I-
it and
I
just go
try
like,
not
well, I
to-
started in high school. And just,
Yeah, I try not to be a complete dick about it, but I'm like, you know, like maybe there's something I don't know. Like,
it was,
why do you hate yourself?
I drink a lot of Jim Beam.
Am I intervening on a suicide later on
Yeah,
tonight?
right.
Like,
I drank a lot of Jim Beam when I was a rep, when I was still a cigar rep, because it was in every single,
It was everywhere.
well, it was in every hotel bar.
Yeah.
So even if I was staying at like a fucking Hyatt place that had a hotel bar in it,
Yep.
I could go and I could get Jim Beam and ginger. So they would use ginger ale to cut the Jim Beam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's not like I was going in there and ordering. And that's when I'm not going to lie, I had a phase because I was in the cigar industry where I thought I was supposed to drink scotch.
yes, and,
Yeah.
And
that's
I
the only reason I
I
attempted to like
fought for like 2 fucking years
Yeah.
to find scotch that I liked.
Yeah.
And then thankfully a good friend of mine was like, bro, I see that you just do not like that. And I was like, fuck man, I'm trying. And he was like, have you tried like good bourbon?
Yeah.
And I was like, Jim Beam. And he was like, no. And I think the nicest bourbon I'd had at that point was like Woodford, which isn't bad. Like
Yeah.
Woodford's not a
Woodford's
horrible
great.
bourbon.
Yeah.
And he was like, no. And he kind of started my like walk down the bourbon piece. And now, I love bourbon. Like,
What got us into it? Because I was a Jameson guy, you were a Jack guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think before that we really experimented with a lot of different bourbons. I think it was TK maybe had some influence on some higher end bourbons on us.
Who's TK?
One of our Nebraska.
You know what? You know what I honestly think
I'm just
it
having-
was?
That's a very
Yeah.
interesting combination of initials. I feel like I would have
Yeah.
snapped to that if I'd heard that before.
What I really think it was for us specifically was the amount of time that we spent in cigar lounges.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Because
And people buying us different
leading
shit, maybe.
before we started Warfighter, the bars that we hung out in were
dive bars.
they weren't the greatest.
Yeah, dive bars. They're fun dive bars.
We had a blast
Yeah.
everywhere we went, but they were like the Roca Tavern.
But I'm happy
That
if they
place
have,
in
I'm
fucking-
happy if they have Jameson at that point.
right? That place in Utah that we broke, you
Yeah.
know, like those types of places. And then when we started Warfighter, we started, instead of going to we still went to some of them.
Yeah.
Instead of going to those bars, we go to Cigar Lounge. And then we see the selection and we'd be like, oh,
Well,
I wonder what that is.
and
Let me
then-
try one of those.
and then you go to the BYOB cigar lounges where people are just giving you whatever
That's-
they brought.
God, those
And
are
then
the
you're-
best.
Yeah, because
then you really get to try some
everybody's
shit.
sharing. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think that must have been. what
There
it
is
was
nothing
like.
better than the cigar shops with the private lounges
Yeah,
Yeah.
that are like through another door.
yeah.
I'm still Bell Mead Cigars in Nashville, Tennessee.
But you'll go in there and you
They
know
don't-
it's going to be a good time when you go in and like 17 lockers are open
Mhm.
and everybody's hanging out and they're all like, no, I'm number 27. Just go take whatever you want. And everybody's just slinging
Right.
booze and you're just like, oh, this
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
is going to be a good night.
Yeah. Okay,
Did
Justin,
you
what?
hand me that Buffalo Trace?
Yep.
Speaking of which, while we're at
Just
this.
try a little bit of that. Or here, just try mine.
So this one, I have no knowledge of
no.
what y'all think of this guy.
Next.
Yeah, so this is Glenlivet,
I'm not even gonna rate it.
which is a hard scotch. I rate it with Johnny Walker, right? It's so peaty.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
So what's 1 through 10, boys? Or
I'm-
0 through 10, I'll give you.
I'm giving it the 2.
If low as I
Same
can go is
Johnny.
1, I'm going 1. That's
You can go 0.
I'll drink Canadian before I drink that.
See, like I've literally only had one of these, I'm sure. And so
I've had 4 of those 6. I've had the 12, the 15, the 18, and the 21. And it was because I was in the cigar industry and part of my territory was DC. So I had like DC and Northern Virginia and shit. And those motherfuckers up there, you've got, especially like 113 Rex, which is an ultra private lounge that's like invite only, $20,000 a year dues.
Right.
The locker fees are ridiculous. So everybody's in there are like congressmen and judges and like
Right.
they buy this shit to flex.
Yeah.
It's not because it's good. They're just buying it so that other people see them with the
And I don't even know what this stuff costs. Like,
It's
I don't-
awful.
They're proud of it.
Yeah.
Man, they're like
So-
that triple X right there, or the XX3 or whatever it is. I think it's supposed to be their 23 year. It's insane.
Yeah.
Oh god, it's so bad.
Yeah. You know, there's a lot of drinkers that do just drink to flex. And like, I don't hang out with those people.
No.
That's interesting. I don't hate it.
But it's not as good as any of the other Basil Haydens.
It's not toast,
Yeah.
and it's certainly not just Basil Hayden.
Yeah.
Like it's almost so subtle that
Yeah.
it feels like it's missing something. It's not
I
bad.
don't know. It like dries out my palate a little bit. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yes,
You know, I had to include it.
Yeah.
fucking
This is E.H. Taylor.
Now,
cross the board. I'm an 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
oh, yeah.
No exception. Cross the board. I'm an 8.
Wrong rating.
Yeah.
I'd go.
I haven't had all of these.
No, I haven't either.
I've never heard of the Bigfoot.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
I'm in. Let's fucking go.
That's the fucking micro content we need to be doing, John. I'll
One-
just show
one
up. We'll just
sip.
do one sip. Everybody knows the rules, and we'll just sit here and drink and be like, it's an 8.2.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not as good as the drink I had one time and fucking.
After this episode, we'll go around the table and we'll
Can we
our-
do some
give-
micro
Yeah,
content?
just real quick. Like, oh, I'm drinking this. It's a. I
We
give
do
it
have
this.
all those bottles back there. We could just start fucking like one sip. Everybody knows the rules.
Guys,
Fuck yourself.
I get meetings I have to be productive in tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I have stuff I have to do after work after this.
We're not doing a one sip. Everyone knows the rules for every bottle we have in here.
No, but if we did it
I mean, going forward.
Oh,
As we're-
okay.
after the show,
What
we
we're
do one.
drinking at the
Yeah.
We do one, and then after every episode, we do
The way you guys were pointing at the bar, I'm like, fuck you both.
No, I'm just saying. So we don't have
No
to go.
way. I
We don't
can't
have to
do
go
this.
buy a bunch of stuff. We
Yeah.
have all this shit sitting. But after the show, if we did a one sip, everybody knows the rules, and we
Okay.
just gave it a random rating. We could do it as just micro content.
like
Give it to the Patreon people.
Yeah, I like
Ooh,
I like
yeah.
it. I like it.
Yeah.
I thought we were about to get Waco wasted. not-
No, I have a
Guys,
buddy that just
come
texted me
on.
that was like,
But E.H. Taylor it's way up there for me too. It's
Yeah,
about 8.5. I'll give it.
Ooh, age.
So now,
God, I'm trying to look at that list and think of anything I haven't had.
I haven't
yet.
had the.
now if I had,
I don't even know. I don't know what Bigfoot is.
It says 7 years, so maybe it's the cheaper.
Barley wine
it's
style ale. That's a beer.
Sierra Nevada Brewing Company.
It's a beer.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a bourbon barrel aged beer.
Yep.
that's
So-
so. I've never had it.
So now, if to put this in perspective for me, if I had a bottle of E.H. Taylor and a bottle of Triple Triple and a bottle of what was the other one we were doing with Triple Triple?
Eagle Rare.
Eagle Rare. I'd pick the E.H. Taylor over all three.
Yep.
Me too.
100%. It's so goddamn good. All of them across the board.
Yeah.
If you, I'm going to tell you right
a lot
now,
of those I haven't had.
if you're the kind of person that regularly can get a hold of Blue Signature, friend me on Facebook. I'll hang out with you. It's like I'm trying to find a friend that's a member of a country club. You need to help us public course players. It's like, don't adopt a kid in Africa. Just adopt a golfer that can't afford private fees.
So I'm gonna have to start paying attention to which ones I buy now. I've had the single barrel.
Yep.
Have you had, so you've had the small batch. I know you've had the small batch.
Yeah. I have the small batch.
I know you've had the single barrel.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've never had the Amaranth Grain of the Gods, and
No.
that's supposed to be really hard to find. I've had the Cured Oak.
I
had
think
the,
I've had the seasoned wood.
I haven't had the Seasoned Wood. I haven't had.
So there's 10 different bottles, which I did.
There's
was not
no.
aware of.
There's more because there's another Blue Signature that's called Warehouse C. That's not up there. That's straight rye, small batch, single barrel. That's barrel proof. There's several that are missing up there.
All right. Personality trait. I think of Steve Dixon.
This is his bourbon.
Yeah.
This is his bourbon of choice.
So,
When I think of E.H. Taylor, I think of Steve.
this is
Yeah.
a seasoned veteran who's been this is a seasoned veteran who's been successful in life, who's seasoned again.
Mhm.
A double seasoned veteran. Like,
It's a dangerous man.
And he's
right
gotten
there.
yeah.
they're
It's a
at
dangerous
their,
man.
they're at their point in the life too where they just went like they're not worried about what this bottle costs because this is what they fucking like, and that's they'll worry about the cost on something else, but the shit that brings them pleasure,
yeah.
they're not.
Yep.
There is no
Yeah.
budget piece. There's just
Yeah.
a nope. I just like this, but like
I feel like there comes a point in every person's life where they have something that the feeling, the goodness that comes out of whatever that thing is supersedes the cost of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. It's not like across the board where it's just like, no, I just buy everything as expensive as I can.
Well, you have
It's just the one thing where it's just like that cost doesn't matter
You-
because
you-
what I get out of this
for
is,
me, it's like you have cost versus worth, and then you have cost
I feel like this is like
cost versus value, but then this is cost versus worth.
I feel like this
Right.
is cost versus fulfillment.
Yeah. With worth.
I think it's it essentially comes down to an ROI argument, right?
Yeah.
Like for me, the joy I get from this, and normally I only drink this with people I really like being around.
right.
So
Like
the ROI on the $100 bottle of buying E.H. Taylor is always worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this,
like-
like when I said like I'll go into a high-end whiskey bar and I'll have 2 or 3 drinks that are nice, this is definitely one of them.
It's on the list.
Usually my go-to. Like I start with this
Yep.
Yeah.
because then I don't feel pressured and I can think about what I want to
I
do.
can I can enjoy it on a fresh palate.
Yep.
And then you know
I
then
like to do the walk down.
then I'll devolve to Eagle Rare.
Yep.
And then I'll go to Jameson and finish the night.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
literally, I like doing the walk down. I'll do an
Yeah.
E.H. Taylor,
Yep.
then I'll do an Eagle Rare,
Yep.
and then cool.
And it doesn't matter at that point.
And- well, now
give
it's
me
just-
Jack Daniels. I'm fucking
Now it's just-
drunk.
Double Jameson on the rocks, fuck it up with the ice.
Yeah, that's it.
Like just
Yep.
yeah.
All right,
This is an 8 across the board. Depending on who I'm drinking with, could be a 9.
That's very true.
Yeah. What's next?
Next one.
Oof.
Oh God.
You know what?
This is
Because of memory, I'm gonna go 5.
I've
You
never,
have memory of this stuff?
No,
You
but
mean lack
I
of
have
memory?
fuzzy bits and pieces of where I was told were great nights.
You're going with the black holes must have been awesome.
Yeah.
John, what are we talking about?
Mad Dog 2020.
Yeah.
Bitches.
yeah. So I've had all of these except for the 2020 gold, which must
Well, that's
have been-
limited edition.
Yeah,
That must be $3 a bottle.
no, it must have been for
Oh, it's exclusively for 20.
It's got a pineapple on it, so it looks
Right.
like it's got to be I don't know, like pina colada flavor.
exclusively for 2020.
Isn't that when they came back?
No, I
don't
think they
know.
did it because they're MD 2020 and it was 2020.
They were like, we can make some extra money on
You made that during the plague year? What?
Right? That's why nobody heard of it.
It's
what caused the plague.
You know what? They probably planned this for like 20 years, and they're like, "Fuck."
do you know what is wild about this company? Do you know the other major product that they produce?
No,
It's communion wine.
Yeah.
Mogan David.
Mogan David
Not,
communion
there's
wine
no
is-
Mad Dog anywhere on this. It's MD.
So one of them is for the people that are good, and the other one is for people that aren't.
Oh, whatever. Do you know
Like,
do you know how many Christian homeschool
This is
moms
why
are
you-
stashing that shit in the kitchen cupboard?
This is why you sin, and our other product is how to get rid of your sin.
It's
There.
cleansing the sin.
That's a marketing campaign, right?
They are a
there.
360 brand. MD 2020 for Saturday night.
Going to hell, getting forgiven.
No, that's Saturday night, and the other stuff is Sunday morning. Like it's
Could
a
you say that they're vertically integrated?
yeah, 100%.
They cover.
Got you coming and going.
Instead of communion wine, it's called the hair of the dog.
Okay, so as far as people that drink this shit, this is the kind of people that actually listen to the phone calls about their car's extended warranty,
Or they're underage.
Right.
or they're underage,
Or they don't have a car.
or they don't have a
I
car.
don't think I don't think I've drank this since I turned 21.
I drank it 3 years ago.
They either listen about the extended warranty or they're not allowed to drive a car
Right.
for any number of reasons.
Or they have to blow in a tube to start their car.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
No, those guys drink Four Locos.
Fair.
What was your flavor back in the day?
Is the strawberry kiwi or the
Yep.
blue raspberry?
For me, it was strawberry.
Yep.
kiwi.
Strawberry
Those are
kiwi
the
or
two.
electric melon.
Yeah.
Oh, the electric melon was good too.
That
What's
is
a-
probably actually why I don't like watermelon shit now.
You know, you say it was good, but I had strawberry kiwi not long ago, and it was terrible.
It was awful.
yeah.
We got to think when you drank this, you didn't know anything else.
You also didn't care because you took half the bottle to the face, like
Yeah.
right off the rip, and then it didn't matter.
But and all you got was a sugar high.
Yeah.
You weren't junk.
No.
You could have done the same thing by buying the
I
whole.
want to say it's 15% alcohol.
12%. I can kind of read
Yeah.
that
Oh,
one.
I gave it some credit.
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah, that helped.
I'm trying here.
if you want a modern MD 2020 experience, slam a whole thing of Fun Dip and drink a seltzer.
Yeah, a White Claw and Fun Dip.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
if you just
Yeah, that's about how you feel after slamming a whole bottle of this. You're
Yeah.
like, whoa.
snort a
You're not
pixie
drunk.
stick and drink a White Claw, and you're good to go.
Did y'all already do your 1 through 20? Or 1 through 10. I'm
This
sorry.
is a 1.
Oh, it's a 1.
This is a hard one.
Yeah. So
I
this
went
is-
with a 5.
I'm gonna go with a I'm gonna go with a 0.5 on this one. Actually,
So this is below Glenlivet.
It's above it for me.
it might be above it for me, but it shouldn't be.
If I have to choose between Glenlivet and MD 2020, you can bring me a sweet tea.
Yeah, you're a classier individual if you're drinking Glenlivet.
Bullshit. Bullshit. No, not for you. Bullshit on Jazz with the sweet tea.
Okay.
If the three of us collectively, we walked into a bar.
Fucker, you didn't say you were there.
Let's just say Jazz walks into a bar by himself, right? And he walks up to the bar and he's like, "Do you have E.H. Taylor?" And they say, "No." Okay. "Do you have Eagle Rare?" "No." "Do you have Triple Triple?" "No." "Do you have Jameson?" "No." "What do you got?" "I have Glenlivet or Mad Dog 2020. I guarantee you that Jazz's face is going to light up and he's like, "Oh, I'll take a Mad Dog."
Oh,
I guarantee it. If there was that in Glenlivet, you'd be excited about it.
maybe. Maybe when I ordered it and then I'd sip it and go, fuck.
I'm not
Hey,
talking about what you
If
drink.
I walk into a
I'll take a
bar,
sweet tea.
if I walk into a bar and they're serving this, there's no way I'm leaving anytime soon.
But you're getting
I'm
one.
watching what's going
But
on.
you're gonna get one.
Probably.
I'm telling you,
Yeah,
it's
probably.
just you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah," and then you're gonna take a sip and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, for
this is
for
horrible."
nostalgia. Well, I did. I was in a place that
see?
they sold these, and I'm like, yeah, for old time's sake, and it was a mistake.
And you're like, "Oh, that was a bad idea."
Yeah.
I went to a concert downtown. You remember when I went to see Dead South?
Yeah.
So we had to stand in line for the Aztec.
Yeah.
And when you stand in line, it wraps around. And on that corner, there's like a bodega.
Okay.
And they have a window display of MD 2020. It's in the window. It's like a big of MD 2020. And all I could think of was like, and it's still had the sign on it that said $2.29 a bottle. And I was like, this is why we have a homelessness problem. Because you're only advertising to people standing on the street corner at fucking Alamo and 7th downtown. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Targeted advertisement for
like,
sure.
Fuck. I can panhandle for 20 minutes and get a whole bottle. Like,
All right, what's next?
ooh.
Buffy Trace.
Buffy Trace.
The
baby.
Buffy.
I'm
going 5.5.
gonna go 6.
Wow, that's lower than I thought y'all would give.
Now,
that.
this is going to land there with Jameson. And the reason being is that when it's not astronomically overpriced, which thankfully, because of the lawsuit shit with the distributor and everything, we're actually seeing $30 bottles of Buffalo again. Like, I bought that handle, that one right there. That was $49
Yep.
for like the huge bottle, which is what it should be.
Yeah.
So it's
Which means in a liquor store, I've got to choose $29 on Buffalo Trace or $29 on Jameson.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
so yeah,
The-
5.5, 6.
my
For me, I'm picking Jameson over
the Buffy Trace. It's not amazing. It's good.
Yeah.
And consistent.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
know exactly what I'm getting every time.
It's the Texas Roadhouse of bourbon
There
and
you go.
whiskey.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yep. It's not the greatest, but it doesn't matter where you get it. Every single time it's going to be the same fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Sarah's cut is going to taste exactly the same every time I go, regardless of the place in the country. Let's face it, I'm not going to Texas Roadhouse for the steak. They're for the
No.
bread and the honey butter.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the bread. That's it.
Yeah, they're for the honey butter.
Y'all got a personality trait for Buffy Trace drinkers.
Yeah. Every internet whiskey reviewer.
Ooh. Hashtag Buffy Trace bitches.
That's it. Because
I got this.
I
people,
want to know the person that's drinking Buffalo Trace out of an actual fucking snifter like that.
the internet fucking whiskey people, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's good, but it's just fucking bourbon.
The people who swear that Rip Van Winkle's the best whiskey are Buffalo Trace fans.
Same
Oh,
distillery.
happy.
Or
Yeah.
Pappy. I meant Pappy. Yeah.
That's Swear the White Pappy. It's the same distillery.
Yeah.
John's absolutely right. This is
That's it. Because it's like it took the internet by storm. And if you didn't know any better, you would think that this is the best fucking whiskey in the world.
Now, I think it's the oldest, right?
no,
No.
there's older distilleries than Buffalo
I thought
Trace.
Buffalo Trace is one of the oldest.
They're pre-prohibition, but they are not the oldest.
Oh, early pioneers is 1775. That's pretty old. America's oldest distillery is Buffalo Trace. Yeah, I think this is the oldest. So you got to give it some props for that.
It's very consistent, but it's
Yeah, they're doing it for almost 250 years.
Buffalo Trace the kind of people that drink Buffalo Trace are the kind of people that own a T-shirt that says like "grip it and sip it." Like that's the.
Or no. They have the T-shirt that says, "I drink whiskey and know things."
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Or I like whiskey and like two people. You know, like those types of shirts. Those are the people that drink Buffy Trace and the internet fucking whiskey reviewers. All right.
Next one.
Oh,
There
my
we
drink. It's my bottle.
Okay. I'll start the shit show. I'm gonna go 7.5 on this guy.
Across the board?
No, because I haven't had the 25.
Yeah, I've had 3 out of those 4.
I've had the Double Eagle very rare. I've had the other 2.
Yeah, I've had 2. I haven't had the very rare. I'm gonna go 6.75.
Okay.
Now,
We're getting technical. I like it, Scott.
where did I put Jameson?
5.5.
Yeah, it's 6.75.
I'm a 7.5.
Yeah.
7.5, 7.75. This is damn close to Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
Yep.
with that.
And I'm talking Eagle Rare.
Yes.
10-year rare.
Yeah.
I'm at
Yeah.
7.5,
Okay.
7.75. 17 Double Eagle,
Yeah, I can't really rate that.
that's
fucking
gonna get
delicious.
real hard.
And then what does a bottle of 25 cost? Like I've
no
never
idea.
I mean it's
How much
stupid.
is your side by side?
Right. I mean I'll never know, right? So yeah, maybe it's great, maybe it's not.
I would have to
I will
get-
never know.
I would have to have one hell of a year and be in the right town to fucking ever break
To
that
order
line.
one shot of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that would
Now,
be in order for me to buy that bottle.
I do want a bottle of the Double Eagle, very rare, because the bottle's so fucking cool.
So what's dope about that bottle too is that when you're done with it, when you do drink it, you're just supposed to pour your Eagle Rare back in it,
Which
and you
makes
use it
sense.
as a decanter.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
and it's legit.
It's beautiful.
17 is fantastic, and 17 is now cropping up in more and more places. Like you're seeing it in more and more bars and stuff. Fuck, Eagle Rare is good. I've got 5 bottles on my bar right now,
Yep.
including 2 that don't have the age 10 years on them.
Dang.
I
What
love
y'all
Eagle
got?
Rare though.
Personality traits for these guys.
Ooh, personality of an Eagle Rare drinker.
Yeah.
Devilishly handsome and very smart individual.
Mildly successful for sure.
I can see that.
Not overly successful.
Yeah.
Mildly.
Yeah, that tracks. It's a good fucking whiskey.
Mhm.
And this is one of those ones that has all the hype and actually
It follows.
it
through.
holds up.
Because what's a bottle of Eagle Rare 10? 45, 50 bucks?
It's supposed to be about 55. You're going to pay about 70,
Yeah.
80
Okay,
for
yeah,
it right now.
yeah.
But
That's, and I would and do pay that.
I do on the regular.
Yeah.
Actually, I've got a plug now. So I'm buying it like 2 bottles at a time for $100,
There you
which
go.
is
Oh yeah. Cool.
All right,
That it?
boys. We ready for the last one?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, the good thing is we're all very
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
freshly partook in this one. This Fireball.
1.5.
So I'm not gonna rate it because I don't believe it's a whiskey.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I don't think it is either.
This was one of the few.
Like I
pictures-
rated Mad Dog because there's actually history
I'm gonna
with
give
that.
it. I'm gonna give it a 10 if you put it in the antifreeze category. It's the best tasting antifreeze I've ever had.
I mean, when it's banned in other countries, not because of the people that drink it,
Right.
because of the ingredients that are in it,
Yeah.
I think there's a problem there.
This was one of the few ones that I saw when I was making this that the sticker didn't have whiskey
It does.
flavored or
it's
something.
at the very bottom. It actually says whiskey with natural cinnamon flavor.
Yeah.
No, but it was like essentially it worded it like it wasn't whiskey. It was like
so they were in a
flavored
lawsuit
whiskey.
about that.
Yeah.
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 But they were saying there was no actual real whiskey in it, that it was
Yeah.
essentially just alcohol that
It's
was
spirit.
made brown.
Yeah.
It's probably not actual whiskey. I guarantee if you look at the grain bill on it, that's not.
No, it's a distilled spirit, which is a clear liquid.
And then when they put
that
the
has
cinnamon
alcohol
extract
proof
in it,
in it.
it makes it
Makes it brown.
Yeah.
Um,
So
I
I can tell you
don't-
who drinks it.
Kid Rock fans.
That and if you were in high school and had a tramp stamp, you drink Fireball.
So you said Rednecks with Paychecks, not the event.
That's the event.
That's the event. This is the event.
Yeah. It's a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for people who just want to get fucking drunk
High school
That don't
parties.
care about themselves.
or anybody else.
And it doesn't really matter if they care about anybody else or not, but they definitely don't care about themselves at all.
Right.
Just looking at that picture gives me heartburn.
Yeah.
1.25.
1.25. So above Glenlivet.
Yeah. That's why you give the 0.25.
Yeah, because so like at the tournament yesterday, that chick
Yeah.
came up to me. She was like, "Want a shot?" And
So
I
Jazz,
didn't-
Jazz said yes to Fireball, but if it was Glenlivet, he would have said no.
yeah, I'd have been like, "No."
Oh,
I'm good."
that's true. I would have done the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
She asked if I wanted a shot. I said yes before I knew what it was.
I didn't even get asked. I got told, here's a shot. And it got put in my hand. And I said, oh. And then I heard somebody say, what is it? And I took a sniff and I'm like, fuck you.
And then it got put in my glass.
And then I drank it.
yeah, so 1.25.
Mm.
And yes, I did a shot of this. I would still turn down Glenlivet
Yeah.
because I had whiskey in the golf cart, and she'd been like, "We're doing shots of Glenlivet." I'd have
Andrew
been like,
must have gave me his.
The only reason I did a shot of that is because of the environment that I was in.
Yeah.
Like if I was in a bar and somebody's like, we're going to do shots of Fireball. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I did it because of the huge tits that offered it to me.
Yeah. Environment that I was in.
Yeah, I just call it like I see it. And I just,
Yep.
Well, boys, that's the list that I had. Do y'all have any honorable mentions?
Oh, that would take forever.
yeah.
If you had one honorable mention that wasn't on the list, what would it be?
I think they can tune into One Sip. You know the rules to find that out
Yeah.
Ooh, which can be found where?
on your Patreon,
No, on our Patreon.
the Patreon.
It's in the computer.
For 5 measly bones, you can hear me tell you what not to drink.
Or what to drink.
Yeah.
Either way.
We'll go down our whole list.
Yeah. So speaking of which, thank you to all the Patreon people. We get to do stupid shit like this because you guys separate yourselves with your hard-earned fucking ducats.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you for it. So like, share, subscribe, all that shit.
Good news came out of this. Now our listeners that buy us bottles of booze know what we like.
That's true.
Well, at least
And if it's something that we didn't talk about, then we can,
Yeah, we can rate it.
it'll be on our Patreon. Yeah.
yeah. So well, thanks, boys.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Justin, thanks for putting that list together. He had a little PDF presentation.
Yeah.
I did.
That was
fucking
nice.
I did.
It was
I
real
did.
nice. I liked that.
That
That was very enjoyable.
This is in the top 5 master debates.
Yeah, I
been-
liked that a lot.
Would have been a lot cooler if it was a PowerPoint.
It was a PDF.
one-
It's pretty fucking close.
No, you
We-
could
we-
have had transition,
We need an overhead projector.
laser pointer.
And on the next
slide.
slide.
So 3 little things. Justin,
Smoke on.
in spirit of the debate, Scotty,
Ooh, drink on.
and God damn it, kids,
Freedom
the
the fuck
fuck
on.
on.
see you guys later.